Hey, this is Wanda, the traveling Dutchie, coming right at you from Costa Rica. In today's video, we're going to discuss how to become a Costa Rica expat. If you're new to this channel, I am a Dutch expat and I've been living in Costa Rica for the last 15 years. I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. So let's get to it. First of all, if you want to move to Costa Rica and become a Costa Rica expat, you need to decide on what you're going to do with your belongings. You can choose to take them with you and ship them to Costa Rica. However, I must warn you, the import taxes are really high. I have never seen anybody ship their items to Costa Rica, except for a couple of friends that worked for the American Embassy, so they didn't have to pay for it. So what most people do is they sell most of their belongings, or they, put it in storage, at least the valuable stuff, and then they start over from scratch here. So, for example, if you come to Costa Rica, you can decide to first rent a house, right? So you can rent a furnished house and see if the area you picked is a good fit for you, and then move on to the next. You would buy your car here because, again, shipping your own car to Costa Rica is a fortune. Talking about money, that's very important too, right? That you budget everything correctly. And what are you going to do for a living here in Costa Rica? Are you able to take your job with you? Are you an entrepreneur? Because if you're looking to find a job here, that's going to be tough. You're going to need a work permit. You're also probably have to live by average salary of Costa Rica, which is not that high. And the expenses of living in Costa Rica is quite high compared to other countries in Latin America. So ideally, you do some type of remote work online. I myself work online. I'm a digital entrepreneur, and I'm always happy to help people that like to get out of their 9-to-5 rat race. I help them become a digital entrepreneur and make a living online. So if you're interested at all on how that's going to work for you, in the description below of this video, you will see more information. Just click on the read more button and you'll find it there. Another important thing is deciding where in Costa Rica you're going to live. Obviously, there's many options. I think it's easy to determine whether you're a beach person or a mountain person or a city person. But let's say you want to stay at the beach. What beach are you going to pick, right? So do your research. I wouldn't commit from the start to a place. Use the 90 days that you have, right? When you enter Costa Rica, you have a tourist visa for 90 days. Use that and, stay in many different places as possible, so you get a feel for it and you get to decide where you want to live. Then the next step would be to determine how you're legally going to be able to stay here, right? So are you going to be able to prove that you earn $2,500 a month for the next 2 years? Then you can apply for residency. Or if you invest here a minimum of $200,000, you can apply for residency. You can marry a local, that also works, or have a baby in Costa Rica. But if not, like what most expats do here, they do the so-called visa run. So every 3 months, they leave the country and then they come back. And so you have to leave the country every 3 months, which it can get a little old. So just make sure you do your research. And again, here you would need like a lawyer that's going to help you with your plans if you want residency. Feel free to contact me if you need help, if you need a contact. I know a really good lawyer that can help with residency. And then the final step, or not the final step, but one of the steps that I think is important is to think about what are you going to do for healthcare? Are you going to bring your own package? Do you have an international plan that you can bring here? That's what I did in the beginning. I had my international plan, but now I've been here for 15 years. So I use private healthcare here. I have health insurance. Health insurance is really affordable in Costa Rica. So if you're set on staying here, I would just go with the private plans here. I personally use a company called Medismart, so it's not really the traditional health insurance that you're used to. I call it discounted health insurance. So whenever I have something, I have dedicated hospitals that I can go to. Not every hospital, but they're the good ones. And then you just pay a really discounted price. It is incredibly cheap compared to the United States and certain countries of Costa Rica. But do your research. There's a lot to it when moving to Costa Rica. Check out my channel for more information. Feel free to comment, ask me any questions. I'm always happy to help. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. That would really help me out. Ciao for now. See you in the next video.